Welcome back to JVC English Learning Academy. My name is Laura, and I'm here to guide you on your journey to clear, confident, and natural English. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a lesson. Your support truly helps this channel grow. All right, take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin today's session. This is not just a vocabulary list. It's a masterclass, a full journey through the language that will help you think, feel, and speak at the C2 level. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you never miss a new English learning episode. So, grab your notebook, stay focused, and let's start building your advanced English vocabulary together. Let's begin slowly. Imagine you are talking with a native speaker about your day. Instead of saying, "It was a good day," you might say, "It was a fulfilling day." The word fulfilling adds emotional depth. It tells the listener that your day gave you a sense of purpose, of satisfaction. That's the power of advanced vocabulary. It helps you express not only what happened, but how you felt. Let's take another example. Instead of saying, "I'm tired," you could say, "I'm drained." Drained sounds stronger. It shows that you have no energy left, physically or emotionally. When you use such words, you sound more expressive and natural. You show that your vocabulary matches your emotions. Now, let's practice together. Repeat after me, slowly. I had a fulfilling day. I feel drained after a long week. Her speech was incredibly inspiring. These sentences may sound simple, but they hold advanced word choices that make your English sound mature and natural. At the C2 level, vocabulary is not about memorizing complicated words. It's about precision, choosing the right word for the situation. For instance, the difference between angry and furious is more than just intensity. Angry can sound mild, but furious paints a vivid picture. It shows real emotion. And sometimes advanced vocabulary is not about being formal. It's about being expressive, detailed, and emotionally accurate. Let's practice describing emotions. Instead of "I'm happy," say "I'm elated." Instead of "I'm sad," say "I'm devastated." Instead of "I'm surprised," say "I'm astonished." Listen to how each word paints a stronger image in your mind. Elated means extremely happy. Devastated means deeply sad, almost broken-hearted. Astonished means truly shocked or amazed. Each word adds color to your emotions. Now let's make it more natural with short stories. Imagine this situation. You just got a message that you passed your English exam. You could say, "I was elated when I saw the result." Then imagine your best friend moved to another country. You could say, "I was devastated when she left." Or, when you saw your favorite celebrity walking by, "I was absolutely astonished." When you connect emotions to real situations, these words become part of your thinking, not just your memory. At the advanced level, it's also important to understand nuance. Nuance means the small differences in meaning that change how a word feels. For example, Brave and courageous seem similar, but brave often describes short actions while courageous describes a person's consistent character. You might say she was brave to speak up, or he is a courageous leader. Both are correct, but they create slightly different impressions. Let's try this. I'll say 2 sentences and you think about which sounds more natural. He made a big change versus he made a drastic change. The second sentence, drastic, sounds more advanced and more specific. It shows that the change was extreme or significant. That's the beauty of advanced vocabulary. It adds detail and feeling to your language. Now think about this sentence. She's a very good student. You can upgrade it to she's an exceptional student, or even she's an outstanding student. These small word upgrades make your English sound elegant and polished. Let's practice together. Now, say aloud after me. The results were exceptional. It was a drastic improvement. He is a courageous man. Remember, fluency at the C2 level is not just about speaking fast. It's about speaking with clarity, precision, and richness. Now, let's explore a few more expressions that advanced speakers often use in daily life. Instead of saying I don't know, you might say I'm not quite sure. Instead of I don't like it, say it doesn't appeal to me. Instead of I'm busy, you can say I'm occupied at the moment. Listen to the rhythm. It sounds more natural, more polite, and more confident. Let's practice conversational tone. Imagine someone asks you, do you like this movie? You could reply, it's all right. But at the C2 level, you might say, it's thought-provoking, but not exactly my taste. That shows depth of thought. It means you can analyze and express opinions clearly. Another advanced phrase is it's open to interpretation. It means something can be understood in different ways. For example, if someone asks, what does this poem mean? You could say it's open to interpretation. These kinds of expressions make your English sound mature and flexible. Let's do a mini exercise together. I'll say a basic sentence and you try to upgrade it in your mind. It's good. You could change it to it's remarkable, it's bad. You could say it's unacceptable. I'm happy. Try I'm content. It's interesting. You could say it's intriguing. These upgrades may feel small, but they change everything about how you're perceived as a speaker. They make you sound more sophisticated, confident, and thoughtful. And remember, using advanced vocabulary is not about showing off. It's about expressing your exact thoughts. It's about precision. When you reach this level, you stop translating. You start thinking in English. Every advanced learner needs daily practice to keep these words active in their memory. So here's a quick tip. Choose 5 advanced words from today's lesson and try to use them in your conversations today. Write a short paragraph about your day using them. For example, today was an exceptional day. I felt elated after completing my project. The feedback I received was remarkable. Though I was drained by evening, I felt fulfilled. That's how you make advanced words become part of your life. At the C2 level, it's also important to develop a strong sense of context. This means you don't just memorize advanced words, you learn when to use them. For example, the word meticulous means extremely careful and detailed. You could say she's a meticulous planner, which means she pays attention to every single detail. But if you use meticulous in a casual sentence like my friend is meticulous about his coffee, it suddenly sounds humorous and expressive. That's what native speakers do. They play with words to match the situation. Let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. He's meticulous about his work. The report was written with meticulous attention to detail. She's meticulous about her diet. Each sentence shows precision and care, one of the key qualities of advanced English. Now let's look at another beautiful word, inevitable. It means something that is certain to happen, something unavoidable. You might say it was inevitable that the meeting would be delayed, or with so much rain, flooding was inevitable. Using inevitable instead of sure to happen makes your sentence sound natural and educated. Let's practice. Change is inevitable. It was inevitable that they would meet again. Failure is sometimes inevitable, but it teaches valuable lessons. Notice how the word carries a calm, reflective tone. This is the kind of emotional depth you find at the C2 level. Here's another excellent word, ambiguous. It means unclear or having more than one meaning. You can say, his message was ambiguous, which means you're not sure what he meant, or the ending of the movie was ambiguous, meaning it could be understood in different ways. Advanced speakers love words like this because they help express complexity. Real life isn't always black and white, and neither is language. Now let's use ambiguous in conversation. Her answer was ambiguous. I couldn't tell if she agreed or disagreed. The rules were ambiguous, so many people misunderstood them. Try saying it aloud. It sounds natural, confident, and full of meaning. Next, let's talk about the word inefficient. Many learners know lazy or slow, but inefficient sounds more specific. It means something that doesn't work well or wastes time and effort. You can say the old system was inefficient, or he's hardworking, but his method is inefficient. Advanced English speakers often prefer words like this because they express ideas precisely and politely. Let's practice with short phrases. This process is inefficient. We need a more efficient solution, and inefficient approach leads to wasted effort. Now, let's move to something more emotional. The word profound. Profound means deep, powerful, or meaningful. You can say, that movie had a profound impact on me, or her words were profound and unforgettable. It's one of those words that instantly makes your English sound wise and mature. Try repeating these lines slowly. He shared a profound insight. That experience changed me in a profound way. There was a profound silence in the room. Do you hear how soft and emotional it sounds? That's the rhythm of advanced English. Calm, thoughtful, expressive. Let's now build a short scene together for practice. Imagine you're describing your favorite teacher. Instead of saying she was very smart, you could say she was a profound thinker who inspired everyone around her. Now, imagine you're describing a book you loved. You could say, "The book left a profound impression on me. It changed how I see the world." By using these words in real contexts, you'll never forget them. Here's another elegant word. Inevitable. Connects beautifully with consequence. You can say the consequence was inevitable. Every decision has consequences. He didn't study, so failure was inevitable. These are phrases that naturally appear in academic English and advanced discussions. Now, let's try a practice challenge. I'll give you a simple sentence and you'll try to make it sound C2 level in your mind. Ready? He didn't sleep well. You could say he had a restless night. She was very careful. Try. She was extremely meticulous. The view was nice. Try. The view was absolutely breathtaking. Let's do it. Again. It's not clear. You could say, it's rather ambiguous. It's going to happen soon. You could say it's inevitable. He's a deep thinker. You could say he's profoundly reflective. These exercises help your brain make quick associations. When you practice, often you'll automatically reach for advanced words instead of basic ones. That's how you train your mind to think at the C2 level. Now, let's explore a few more advanced words that appear often in daily English conversations. The word assertive means confident in expressing your opinion. You can say she's very assertive during meetings, or you need to be more assertive when you speak. It's different from aggressive. Assertive is positive. It shows confidence without being rude. Let's repeat. I'm becoming more assertive at work. He's spoken in assertive but respectful way. Being assertive helps you gain confidence. Next, versatile. One of my favorite words. It means flexible, able to adapt to many situations or perform many functions. You can say she's a versatile actor, meaning she can play many roles. Or eggs are versatile. You can cook them in so many ways. The more you practice such words, the more you'll notice them in native speech. Now repeat after me. He's a versatile musician. This tool is extremely versatile. You need a versatile vocabulary to express complex ideas. Let's create a mini story using both words assertive and versatile. During the team meeting, Clara was assertive when presenting her ideas. Her versatility made her valuable to the company. She could manage projects, write reports, and lead discussions with equal confidence. Do you see how words can build layers of personality, tone, and meaning? That's what separates advanced English from simple conversation. Let's move to a few academic-style words that can also be used in daily English. Substantial means large, important, or meaningful. For example, he made a substantial contribution to the project. We saw a substantial increase in sales this year. You could also use it in casual speech. I had a substantial breakfast today. Now, significant is similar but used slightly differently. You can say there was a significant change in her attitude. The discovery was significant for science. When you're learning advanced English, focus on such subtle differences. They show depth and awareness. Let's do a small practice, big improvement. Try saying substantial improvement, important moment, try significant. Moment, big help, try substantial help. Every time you replace big or important with a more specific word, your English becomes sharper. Now, let's reflect on one more. Comprehensive. It means complete, detailed, or covering everything. You can say we need a comprehensive plan. She gave a comprehensive explanation. It's especially useful in professional English or academic writing. Repeat with me. I wrote a comprehensive report. He gave a comprehensive overview of the topic. We need a comprehensive understanding before making a decision. Let's add a short listening exercise for shadowing. I'll say a short paragraph, and you can try to repeat along with me in rhythm. Learning vocabulary at the C2 level requires consistent practice. It's not just about memorizing definitions, but using words in real situations. When you read, listen, and speak with awareness, you'll notice subtle shades of meaning. Every word carries emotion, tone, and culture. That's what makes English so beautiful. Pause. Take a deep breath. Think about how far you've come already. You're not just learning vocabulary. You're learning how to think in English. Let's learn a few words related to personal growth, because advanced learners often talk about self-development. Resilient means able to recover quickly from difficulty. You could say she's resilient after every failure. Or, children are remarkably resilient. It's a strong, inspiring word. Now, perseverance, it means determination. Never giving up even when things are tough. Through perseverance, he achieved his goals. Perseverance is key to mastering English. You can also combine them. She's resilient because of her perseverance. Try saying these sentences aloud. I am resilient. Perseverance always pays off. He overcame challenges with resilience and determination. These words are not just vocabulary. They're mindset words. They remind you how to keep going even when English feels hard. At the C2 level, you also begin to appreciate the elegance of subtle language. You start noticing that sometimes saying less can actually mean more. Take the word imply. It means to suggest something without saying it directly. For example, if someone says, "It's getting late," they might be implying that it's time to go home. You can say, "Are you implying that I'm wrong?" Or, "Her tone implied that she wasn't happy." Words like imply help you communicate with nuance. Something advanced speakers use naturally every day. Let's practice this idea. Repeat after me. He didn't say it directly, but he implied it. The teacher implied that we needed to study harder. She implied that she already knew the answer. Every sentence shows how subtle communication can be. At the C2 level, subtlety is everything. Now, let's explore another elegant word, convey. Convey means to express, deliver, or communicate an idea. You can say her smile conveyed warmth. He tried to convey his gratitude. The artist conveys emotion through her work. It's a sophisticated and natural way to describe communication beyond words. Let's practice together. I want to convey my appreciation. This message conveys hope. Your tone conveys confidence. These phrases are perfect for daily use and they sound polished and natural. Next, let's look Add articulate. It means to express ideas clearly and effectively. You can say, she's very articulate, or he articulated his point well. Instead of saying he explained it well, advanced speakers prefer he articulated it beautifully. Try saying this aloud. I'm learning to articulate my ideas better. She's an articulate speaker. He failed to articulate what he really felt. When you use such expressions naturally, your English becomes smooth, expressive, and powerful. Let's now connect these words in a short story to make them come alive. Imagine you are attending a meeting. Your colleague presents a new project idea. You notice that he speaks clearly, choosing his words carefully. Later, you might say he articulated his vision very well. It conveyed confidence and passion. Or if his tone was unclear, you might say he implied some changes were needed but didn't explain them directly. This is exactly how advanced vocabulary helps you analyze real-life situations more accurately. Now let's move to another word that shows advanced awareness: insightful. Insightful means having deep understanding or perceptive thoughts. For example, that was an insightful comment. Her analysis was incredibly insightful. It's a word often used in academic discussions, professional settings, and thoughtful conversations. Let's practice together. The book offers insightful lessons about human nature. He shared an insightful perspective. It was an insightful discussion. When you add this word to your vocabulary, you begin to sound like a reflective thinker, not just a fluent speaker. Next, let's explore the word elaborate. It means to give more details or explain something more deeply. You can say, could you elaborate on that? Or she elaborated on her plans for the future. It's one of the most useful words in advanced communication, both polite and academic. Try these lines. Please elaborate on your point. He elaborated beautifully on the topic. I can elaborate further if needed. Using elaborate instead of explain more makes your English sound instantly advanced and natural. Now let's shift to a word often used by professionals: implement. It means to put something into action. For example, the company implemented new rules, or we need to implement this strategy immediately. It's a powerful verb that shows you can move from ideas to action. Repeat with me. They implemented a new plan. It's time to implement these changes. The strategy was implemented successfully. Practice. How the rhythm feels. Strong and decisive. Let's combine these in context. During the meeting, the manager elaborated on the new policy. She articulated the plan clearly, conveying the importance of teamwork. The team later implemented the strategy effectively, leading to substantial improvement. This is how you bring vocabulary together, not as individual words, but as part of fluent communication. Another important concept for advanced learners is tone. The tone of your sentence can change based on the word you choose. Compare I'm angry with I'm frustrated. Angry sounds emotional and strong. Frustrated sounds more controlled, professional, and polite. Tone helps you express your personality through vocabulary. Let's explore a few tonal upgrades. Instead of saying he's lazy, you can say he's unmotivated. Instead of she's rude, try she's inconsiderate. Instead of I'm Scared, say I'm apprehensive. These choices reflect maturity. They soften the emotion while keeping meaning intact. Try this mini practice. Repeat aloud. I'm apprehensive about the results. He was inconsiderate during the conversation. She seems unmotivated lately. Notice how sophisticated and natural these sound. Now let's move to another family of words, those used for describing change and improvement. The word transform means to change completely. You can say the experience transformed me. Education can transform lives, or they transformed the old house into a beautiful cafe. A similar word is evolve, which means to grow gradually. The company evolved over time. Her ideas evolved through experience. Our understanding of language evolves with learning. These words are often used by native speakers when they want to describe progress naturally. Let's practice shadowing together. My perspective has evolved. He transformed his habits. The city has transformed over the years. These sentences help you sound thoughtful, mature, and fluent. Now an important advanced adjective. Innovative. It means creative, original, or introducing new ideas. You can say she's an innovative designer. We need an innovative approach to solve this, or their solution was truly innovative. This is a must, no word for C2 level learners who want to express creativity and intelligence in discussions. Try saying these aloud. He's known for his innovative thinking. Innovation drives success. They developed an innovative product. Let's connect these ideas in a real-world example. Imagine you're describing a company. You could say over the years the company evolved from a small business into an innovative leader in technology. Their new approach transformed the industry completely. This is how C2LE vocabulary helps you express not just facts but stories filled with life and detail. Let's also focus on an often misused word, efficient. It's the opposite of inefficient, but it carries a strong positive tone. She's efficient at her job. This method is more efficient. We need an efficient way to manage time. When you use efficient naturally, it shows logical thinking and clarity. Let's practice again. The new system is efficient. He's an efficient worker. We need to find an efficient solution. Here's a short challenge. Combine efficient, innovative, and transform into one story. For example, our innovative approach transformed the entire process, making it far more efficient than before. Try creating your own version of that sentence. It's an excellent way to lock the words into your long-term memory. Now let's shift to words about human behavior and personality, an area where advanced vocabulary really shines. Empathetic means understanding and sharing another person's feelings. You could say, she's an empathetic listener. He responded with empathy. 4. Good leaders are empathetic. Let's practice aloud. Empathy helps build trust. She's naturally empathetic. He handled the situation with empathy. These words show emotional intelligence, a hallmark of fluent, advanced English. Next, intuitive. It means based on instinct or natural understanding, not logic. She's an intuitive decision maker. He has an intuitive sense of timing. It felt intuitive to choose that option. Try repeating. My intuition told me to stay. She has an intuitive grasp of language. It's not logical. It's intuitive. This type of vocabulary is common in everyday conversations among fluent speakers. Now, let's use both words in a small practice scene. During the interview, she appeared calm and empathetic, listening carefully to every question. Her answers were intuitive and genuine, showing both intelligence and warmth. When you start speaking like this, you'll notice something amazing. You're no longer just translating your thoughts. You were expressing them directly in English with precision and personality. That's the true mark of C2 level mastery. Let's end this section with a small reflection exercise. Think about your own personality. How would you describe yourself using advanced vocabulary? Maybe you're resilient, empathetic, intuitive, or innovative. Maybe you're articulate, insightful, or meticulous. Choose 5 words that truly represent you. Say them aloud. Feel how they sound in your voice. That's how English becomes not just a language, but part of you. At this level of English, your words are not just tools. They were reflections of your thinking. When you choose a word carefully, it reveals how clearly you see the world. Let's explore one of the most expressive words in advanced English. Compelling. Compelling means something so interesting, powerful, or convincing that it captures your full attention. You might say, that documentary was compelling, or she gave a compelling argument during the debate. The word combines strength and beauty. It's persuasive, emotional, and intelligent all at once. Let's practice together. Repeat after me, slowly. That was a compelling story. His speech was compelling from start to finish. I found the idea deeply compelling. Each time you use this word, you create a strong emotional connection in your listener's mind. Now let's explore another advanced word. Intricate. Intricate means complex, detailed, or carefully designed. For example, the painting had an intricate design, or their relationship was intricate, full of subtle emotions and misunderstandings. This word brings precision and artistry to your descriptions. Repeat these with me. The pattern was intricate and beautiful. The story has an intricate plot. Her thoughts were intricate yet meaningful. Using intricate helps you sound thoughtful and descriptive. Perfect for advanced English learners who want to express ideas clearly and artistically. Now let's connect these 2 words, compelling and intricate, in one story. The movie was compelling not only because of its message, but also because of its intricate storytelling. Do you hear how beautifully they flow together? That's how advanced vocabulary weaves emotions with logic. Let's move on to another refined word. Subtle. Subtle means delicate, not obvious or softly noticeable. You can say she gave me a subtle smile, or there's a subtle difference between confidence and arrogance. Subtle is one of those words that show true language sensitivity. It means you notice the little things. Let's practice aloud. I noticed a subtle change in his tone. There's a subtle beauty in simplicity. Her humor is subtle but clever. These kinds of expressions make your English sound natural, effortless, and real. Now, Let's explore the word inevitable again, this time in a philosophical sense. Many things in life are inevitable. Change, growth, even mistakes. You could say it was inevitable that he would learn from his failure, or with effort and patience, improvement becomes inevitable. Advanced English often blends language with reflection. That's how native speakers use vocabulary to express life, not just grammar. Let's create another cluster of advanced emotional words you can use in daily life: sincere, genuine, and authentic. These three words are similar but slightly different in feeling. Sincere means honest and heartfelt. She gave a sincere apology. Genuine means real or true. He's a genuine friend. And authentic means original, true to oneself. Her kindness is authentic. Together, these words build emotional depth and connection. Let's practice. Softly. Her smile was sincere. His compliment felt genuine. They had an authentic friendship. When you start using these words, your sentences gain emotional realism. They feel alive. Now, let's turn towards that describe thought and understanding, an essential part of C2 fluency. One beautiful word is perceptive. It means having or showing good understanding or insight. She's very perceptive. She notices details others miss. Or his comment was perceptive and well thought out. Try repeating these. He's a perceptive listener. Her observation was perceptive and precise. You're very perceptive. That's exactly right. This word makes you sound emotionally intelligent and observant. Qualities that make conversations deeper and more interesting. Another useful word is astute. It's similar to perceptive but slightly more strategic. It describes someone smart and quick to notice opportunities. He's an astute businessman. That was an astute observation. She made an astute decision. It's often used in business, leadership, or analysis contexts. It shows clever understanding. Let's try saying these together. You need to be astute to handle negotiations. His astute remarks changed the discussion completely. She's known for her astute problem-solving skills. Now, let's explore metaphorical language. When words carry deeper meaning than what's said literally, for example, saying he has a heart of gold doesn't mean his heart is made of metal. It means he's kind. Advanced speakers often use metaphorical language naturally. Try saying, her words lit a fire in me. He's walking on thin ice. It's a double-edged sword. These expressions are all metaphorical and common in native English. Let's pause and reflect. At this stage, it's not about memorizing vocabulary lists. It's about using words to paint meaning, to create pictures in the listener's mind. Now, let's work with a few advanced adjectives that can instantly enrich your expression. Intriguing, captivating, and fascinating. All three mean something very interesting, but with slight differences. Intriguing suggests curiosity. That idea is intriguing. Captivating means something that holds your attention completely. Her voice is captivating. Fascinating means deeply interesting or charming. The book was fascinating. Let's practice these together. The idea was intriguing. The story was Captivating. The experiment was fascinating. Say them slowly. Feel how each has its own emotional flavor. That's the texture of advanced English. Let's now explore the word contemplate. It means to think deeply or carefully about something. You can say, I need time to contemplate my decision, or he sat quietly contemplating the meaning of life. It's calm, poetic, and thoughtful. Perfect for reflective conversations. Repeat after me. I often contemplate my goals. She contemplated whether she should move abroad. It's important to contemplate before you act. When you start using such words, your speech sounds calm, deliberate, and wise. Now, let's combine these words in a short reflection. Sometimes I sit by the window and contemplate how time changes everything. It's fascinating how people evolve, how relationships transform, and how every experience becomes a subtle lesson in disguise. Do you feel how that sounds like fluent storytelling? That's the sound of C2LE natural English. Let's move on to another advanced term, sophisticated. It means elegant, cultured, or well-developed. You can say she has a sophisticated sense of style. The software is sophisticated and efficient. Or his writing is sophisticated and polished. It's one of the most flexible adjectives in advanced English. Now repeat after me. He has a sophisticated taste in music. That's a sophisticated approach. The design is elegant yet sophisticated. This word brings grace and professionalism to your speech. It's perfect for both formal and casual conversations. Another beautiful adjective is eloquent. It describes speech that is graceful, fluent, and persuasive. You can say she gave an eloquent speech. His writing is eloquent and heartfelt. Or sometimes, silence is more eloquent than words. Practice aloud. He's an eloquent speaker. Her message was eloquently expressed. The words were simple but eloquent. When you use this word, you express not just clarity, but emotion through language. Let's tie this all together in a mini exercise. Imagine you redescribing a person who inspires you. You could say she's an eloquent and sophisticated leader with a captivating presence and a perceptive mind. Her ideas are innovative and her approach to life is both subtle and profound. That's the richness of C2 English. Each word adds a layer of depth. Now let's take a few moments to practice shadowing, repeating naturally with feeling. Advanced vocabulary allows you to express who you are with precision. It helps you describe your thoughts, your emotions, and your world in ways that sound natural, confident, and real. Pause. Repeat it again. Feel the rhythm. That's how fluency grows through sound, emotion, and repetition. Let's continue exploring words that describe the world around us. Serene means calm and peaceful. The lake looked serene at sunset. She spoke in a serene tone. After the rain, everything felt serene. Another similar word is tranquil. It also means calm, but with a soft, natural beauty. The garden was tranquil. I enjoyed the tranquil mornings before work. Now practice these softly. The view was serene. I love the tranquil silence of early morning. Her presence was calm and serene. These words are perfect for creating imagery. They bring poetry into your everyday English. Now, a slightly stronger word, majestic. It means grand, powerful, or beautiful in an impressive way. The mountains looked majestic under the golden light. The orchestra's performance was majestic. Using this kind of descriptive word turns your sentences into pictures. Let's imagine together. We stood there, in silence, watching the majestic waves crash against the shore. Feel how the scene becomes alive. That's what C2 English does. It allows you to paint with words. Language at this level isn't just about communication anymore. It's about expression, emotion, and artistry. The more you practice, the more your mind begins to think in this rhythm. Subtle, eloquent, compelling, serene. When you reach the C2 level, vocabulary becomes your paintbrush. And every word you choose colors your communication with emotion, precision, and style. You start to realize that a single word can completely change the tone of what you say. Let's take the word notion. It means an idea, a belief, or a concept, often something abstract. For example, I had a notion that he wasn't telling the truth, or the notion of time fascinates philosophers. It sounds intelligent and reflective, a word used by people who think deeply about the world. Repeat with me slowly. That's an interesting notion. She rejected the notion that success happens overnight. The notion of freedom means different things to different people. See how it adds calm, authority to your language. Now let's explore another word, paradox. A paradox is something that seems contradictory, but actually reveals a truth. For example, it's a paradox that sometimes failure leads to success, or the quietest person in the room often has the loudest thoughts. Paradoxical thinking is part of advanced communication. It makes people stop and reflect. Practice these aloud. It's a fascinating paradox. Life is full of paradoxes. Her personality is a paradox. Shy yet confident. Each time you use this kind of word, your English becomes not just fluent but philosophical. Let's move to another important C2 level word, ambivalent. It means having mixed feelings or being uncertain about something. You could say, I'm ambivalent about moving to another city. Or, he felt ambivalent toward his new job. Excited but nervous. Native speakers often use this word when describing complex emotions. Try saying these. She's ambivalent about the decision. I feel ambivalent. Torn between two options, his expression was ambivalent. A mix of joy and doubt. Words like this allow you to capture emotional layers that simpler words can't express. Now, let's focus on a word that shows intellectual clarity. Analytical. It means using logic and detailed thinking to understand something. For example, he has an analytical mind. Her analytical approach helped solve the problem. Or, the report was written with great analytical precision. Practice softly. I'm trying to be more analytical. He gave an analytical response. Her analytical skills are impressive. This word is especially useful for academic, business, or science discussions. It's one of the cornerstones of C2 communication. Another advanced and elegant word is perspective. It means a way of seeing or understanding something. For example, let me share my perspective. Or, traveling gives you a new perspective on life. It's simple yet powerful. It brings emotional and intellectual depth to your sentences. Try these with me. From my perspective, that makes sense. We need to consider other perspectives. His perspective changed after the experience. Vocabulary like this helps you sound balanced and open-minded. Now let's practice these words in a little scene. Imagine you're having a conversation with a friend who's worried about their future. You could say, I understand your ambivalence. It's natural to feel uncertain. But from another perspective, this could be a great opportunity to grow. See how natural that sounds? You've used 3 advanced words: ambivalence, perspective, and opportunity in one meaningful message. Let's now explore another powerful set of words: precise, accurate, and concise. They may sound similar, but each has its own purpose. Precise means exact, detailed, or carefully chosen. Accurate means correct or true, and concise means brief but complete. For example, her explanation was precise. The results were accurate. His speech was clear and concise. Repeat after me. Be precise with your words. The data must be accurate. Keep your response concise. These are essential words for any advanced speaker who wants to communicate clearly without confusion. Now let's take another. Artificial. It usually means man-made or unnatural, but at AC2 level, it's also used to describe behavior or tone. Her smile felt artificial. The flowers were artificial but beautiful. We must avoid creating an artificial environment. It's a versatile word that adds subtle meaning. Depending on context, let's now explore a word that connects deeply with emotion. Nostalgic. It means feeling sentimental about the past. Missing something that once made you happy. For example, listening to that song makes me nostalgic. He felt nostalgic while visiting his old school. It's poetic, emotional, and common in storytelling. Say these slowly. I'm feeling nostalgic today. Old photos make me nostalgic. There's a nostalgic beauty in remembering simpler times. Words like these make your English sound human, heartfelt, and artistic. Let's move to inevitably. It's the adverb form of inevitable, and it means something that happens no matter what. Inevitably, time changes everything. He worked hard and inevitably success followed. Disagreements are inevitable in any relationship. It's one of those words that adds grace to your expression. Calm, thoughtful, mature. Let's practice. Inevitably, we all learn from experience. The storm passed, but inevitably, it left damage. He kept avoiding work and inevitably, he failed the exam. Now, let's discuss fundamental. It means basic but essential, something that everything else depends on. Trust is fundamental in any friendship. Grammar is fundamental to learning a language. Freedom is a fundamental human right. Say these after me. Honesty is fundamental. Understanding pronunciation is fundamental for fluency. Respect is fundamental in communication. These sentences sound both natural and powerful. Let's explore profound again, but in a new way. You can use it for emotions, knowledge, or silence. She felt a profound sadness. He shared a profound idea. There was a profound silence after the news. It's soft yet emotionally powerful. A perfect word for advanced English learners who want to sound both calm and expressive. Now let's shift to another important area of vocabulary: expressing agreement and disagreement politely. Instead of saying, "I don't agree," you can say, "I see your point, but I have a different perspective." Instead of "You're wrong," say, "I'm not entirely convinced." Instead of "That's right," try "I completely concur." Practice these slowly. I completely concur. I'm not entirely convinced. That's an interesting perspective. These expressions help you participate in mature discussions without sounding too direct or harsh. That's the art of polite fluency. Now let's practice a few advanced transitions that connect ideas smoothly. Moreover, nevertheless. In contrast, consequently, and on the other hand, these are vital for advanced writing and speaking. For example, the project was successful. Moreover, it inspired new ideas. The weather was terrible. Nevertheless, we continued. He's confident. In contrast, his brother is shy. She didn't study. Consequently, she failed. Repeat each phrase softly. Moreover, nevertheless, in contrast. Consequently, on the other hand, these transitions act like bridges. They make your ideas flow smoothly from one to another, just like in native speech. Let's use them in one long paragraph for practice. Learning advanced vocabulary can be challenging. Nevertheless, it's deeply rewarding. Moreover, it helps you express emotions and ideas with precision. In contrast, learners who rely on basic words often struggle to sound natural. Consequently, those who practice daily begin to think in English without translating. On the other hand, skipping practice makes the process slower. Try shadowing that. Feel the rhythm of natural academic English, merging with conversational tone. Now, let's focus on another key advanced skill: describing abstract ideas like motivation, change, and growth. Aspiration means a strong desire to achieve something. Perseverance means continuing even when things are difficult. Fulfillment means the feeling of satisfaction after achieving something meaningful. Repeat after me. My aspiration is to become fluent in English. Perseverance leads to success. Helping others brings fulfillment. These are deeply emotional, motivational words. They belong to the language of dreamers, thinkers, and achievers. Let's blend them into a reflection. Every learner has a personal aspiration. Through perseverance, that dream slowly transforms into reality. And when you finally reach your goal, there's an unshakable sense of fulfillment, the quiet joy of progress. At this level, your vocabulary becomes part of your identity. It's not just about speaking well, it's about expressing your values, emotions, and thoughts with clarity. So, let's end this part with a shadowing practice. Repeat naturally. Advanced vocabulary gives you freedom. It allows you to express what you truly mean, not just what you can say. It connects your heart, your thoughts, and your words, making your English not just correct, but alive. Pause, breathe, and let those words sink in. At the C2 level, you begin to feel how words shape your mindset. The way you speak becomes the way you think, and the way you think becomes the way you live. Let's start with one of my favorite advanced words, resonate. Resonate means to deeply connect to, create a lasting emotional impact. You could say, that story really resonated with me, or her words resonated with the entire audience. It's one of those words that gives your English emotional maturity. It shows that something didn't just make sense. It moved you. Try saying these aloud. His message resonated with everyone. That song resonates with me every time I hear it. Her kindness resonated in my heart. The word resonate makes your expression sound soulful. It connects feeling and thought. Now let's explore another strong Cthulhu word, authenticity. It comes from authentic, meaning genuine and real. Authenticity means being true to yourself, not pretending to be someone else. People appreciate authenticity. Her authenticity makes her a great leader in language learning. Authenticity is more powerful than perfection. Practice softly. I value authenticity. Authenticity builds trust. His authentic nature makes people feel comfortable. When you use such words, you bring honesty and depth into your communication. Let's now move toward a word that connects deeply with creativity. Ingenuity. It means cleverness, originality, or creativity and problem solving. You can say her ingenuity helps solve the problem. The design shows real ingenuity or human ingenuity is endless. It's a beautiful word that captures both intelligence and imagination.